Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Gland Bodybuilding.
Mountain.
And today I'm going to talk a little bit about an experience that most of you have probably had. But I'm also going to say that there's a common mistake that most of us have made, or a lot of people are still making, when it comes down to certain exercises. And what they will do is that they will do an exercise, they'll experience some form of bad discomfort, right? Not the exercise discomfort, but the bad discomfort, such as joint pain or injury pain and so forth. And what they'll do is just drop the exercise altogether and just get rid of it. Just say, okay, that exercise is just bad. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it anymore. And there you go. And it goes into the exercise graveyard, never to be seen again. And what I want to say is that sometimes that exercise that's gone to the graveyard, it comes back from the dead as a exercise zombie and somehow influences you in a positive way. So it's not like the bad zombies, you know, the bad zombies that kill you and stuff. This is like a good zombie. If there's such thing as a good zombie, I don't know. But what I want to say is that there are certain exercises that if you do them the standard way, they will harm you. And other people, they will not harm. They'll be perfect for. So what you want to do is make sure that you exhaust many different options with that exercise before you discard it altogether. So with bench press, we can talk about grip width. We could talk about elbows flared, elbows tucked. We can talk about range of motion, the top portion or the bottom portion, or which part do you get pain in. And once you start to look at that, you can start to use the areas of that exercise or do it in a way that it does not hurt, and therefore you still get the benefit. And another example of this is with shoulder presses, for instance. Sometimes if I do full range of motion down and then all the way up, what I notice is that my neck will become more the weak link in the exercise than the shoulder. But if I come down and then I just go to here, up and here, then the neck is still coming into play, but I notice that my delts become a larger weak link. So my delts tend to hit failure first rather than my neck becoming uncomfortable. But a funny thing is, through experimentation, if I do just the top portion like this, I also notice my neck doesn't come into play as much, and guess what? My delts hit failure. So there are little experiments like this that you can do and find out, you know, why am I discarding this movement, or what is the best way to do it in order to get the stress on the area you want to hit. And for me, I do find I'm enjoying this. Actually, the partials at the top more with the shoulder presses, I'm getting a really good delt burn, but no neck discomfort. And again, this is going to be based on the individual, and you might be discarding exercises that are extremely effective, but you just need to tweak them a little bit. Another example of this is deadlifts. When I was doing powerlifting deadlifts from the floor years ago, I found that it was just almost felt like a train wreck or trauma on the lower back. No matter how much I stretched, no matter what my form was like, no matter how much massage I got, it was always hyper stress on the ligaments in the lower back and not really as much stress on the muscles. But when I went to Romanian deadlifts, it felt like all of my muscles were getting stressed, and any of the stress I was experiencing on the joints was a healthy type of stress, not a pre-injury stress. And I got great results from doing Romanian deadlifts. And yeah, they're not deadlifts from the floor, but there's definitely a lot of deadlifting going on. There's a lot of angles going on, a lot of stretch in the hamstring. And I just feel like a massive amount of overall body stimulation and muscular stimulation from that movement. So you want to find ways to use your body efficiently. I guess that's what I'm getting to. Instead of just beating it up and trying to tear it to pieces in order to adapt it, or in order to get it stronger or gain muscle, tearing it to pieces is not going to help you. If you tear your body to pieces, you're just going to fall apart eventually, or maybe have a 5 or 6 year career as a lifter. And then from there, you're going to go into the retirement home of all the lifters that have lifted wrong, and basically start wheeling around your little chair, use your walker, and talk about the old days when you used to lift heavy, right? So you can lift heavy weights, but you have to also use your body efficiently in a way that it can move, or at least protect the joints at the same time. And usually the first sign of something going wrong is that you're experiencing joint pain as you're doing the lift. So instead of discarding the exercise altogether, find a way to do it with partial ranges of motion, whether it's the top part or the bottom part, or maybe changing your grip, changing your body positioning, and seeing what is the right thing for you. And you'll notice that this will bring a renaissance experience to your entire training. I have people all the time on my channel talking about how much results they've gotten since they started listening to what I had to say. And the funny thing is, usually it's after 3 or 4 years of them trolling me and saying that I'm full of shit and I don't know what I'm talking about. And then they finally say, oh, screw it, I injured myself. I'll try this crazy natural Gallant thing and see what happens. And then ironically, they end up putting on muscle. So this is the way to dance with your own physical situation. It's a way for you to find out what is perfect for you. And pain, especially the bad type of pain, is a good sign that you're going against your constitution and not working with it. You're working against it. So yeah, I hope this helps you out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. If you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalgallantbodybuilding.com, wherever this is. Is it here? Yeah. And thanks a lot to the Patreon supporters, and take care for now.
Motion.